Hello, we're looking at linking verbs like be and become, and we're asking why is Robert pleased, and what will Helen become, and what's the music all about? Hope you enjoy it. We're looking at I am pleased and I became a teacher, two different kinds of linking verbs. And here's a picture. This is a picture of Robert. Now, Robert is looking happy, as you can see. And so I'll just write underneath there, get my pen, I'll write Robert is pleased. Robert is pleased. Okay, why? I'll just write why here. That's the question. Why is Robert pleased? And another picture. This is his daughter Helen. Now just right at the bottom there, his daughter Helen. And then something about Helen. There's an arrow and there's another picture of Helen. Helen became a teacher. Here she is at the graduation ceremony. Let's go back to the first one again. Robert is pleased. I just underline Robert and underline pleased and link them together because it's the same person, isn't it? So is a link between two things about the same person. I could say something else. I could write a father here, and again I could link that. Robert is a father. I could put many other things too. Robert is European. Robert is middle-aged. All sorts of things. Right, let's go over to the other one now. His daughter Helen, I'll underline that. Now she wasn't a teacher. I'll put a dotted line there, but she became a teacher. So there was a moment when she wasn't a teacher, and then she was. Those are two different kinds of linking verbs. The one on the left are called current. I'll just write current there. And the one on the right is called resulting. That's a resulting copula. Now I'm going to look at them in more detail. So first of all, let's have a look at some other verbs that are current. I've got a picture here of a young man eating some food, and I want to talk about the food. And first of all, the look of it. So there's an I, and I'll write the food looks good. So the food and good both refer to the same thing. Here's another one. Here's a mouth, and again I'll say the food, I'll just write it this time, it tastes nice. It and nice both refer to the same thing. Here's a nose, you can guess what this is going to be. It smells okay. So there are three ways. Now let's go over onto the other side and try saying the same thing, but this time with a noun. It looks like a good meal. Notice we're using like. So the food looks good. It looks like a good meal. Now I'll say the same thing with it tastes. So it tastes like Chinese food. Yes, you probably guessed that. And the last one, it smells like my mum's cooking. Free verbs, look, taste and smell. And here's another picture, this time a little band, and this time it's going to be about the ear, and it's going to be what the music sounds like. So the music, I'll write there, sounds great. And exactly like the other three, I could equally say it sounds like Dave Brubeck, a jazz musician I used to like. So there we have four verbs, look, taste, smell and sound, and they're all current copulas. I've just written current at the top there. Now let me turn my little stand, and I'm going to look at four verbs which are resulting. Here's the first one, get. Let's put something with get. We'll put ready. I'm going to do a little drawing myself here. Not very good. That's me, not ready. And there's me, looking tidy. Now I'm ready. Before I wasn't ready, now I'm ready. So there's a change. Get. Get rich. I was poor, then I got lots of pounds and dollars and euros and yen, and now I'm rich. I wish. Let's try another one. Tired. I was fresh, I worked all day, and I got tired. There you see me, fresh and then tired. And finally, the last one, upset. I started off the day happy, but sadly I became upset because I had some problems. So there you see the change from not ready to ready, from poor to rich, from happy to tired, and from happy to upset. Now let's move on to the next verb, my 4. These verbs are all quite specialist, by the way. So go is commonly used with mad, which has got 2 meanings. You can say he went mad, meaning he became very angry and upset, or more serious than that he was in need of psychiatric care and treatment. You also use go with colours, so we can say go red or go grey. Notice the 2 spellings of grey. My hair went grey over the years, for example. And here's another verb, turn. And that's often used with colours. To turn yellow, I'll just draw a little green leaf there, and then I'll draw a yellow leaf, if I can find my yellow pen, there it is, and I'll put a little red arrow between them, just to show that it changes from one to the other. So to turn is to change. And you could equally turn red, like a traffic light, or a face, and when the traffic light goes from red to amber to green and back to red again. And one last verb, the slow one, which is to grow. And a common way of using it is to talk about somebody growing old. And one hopes growing up. So I'll just draw a young face on the left here, and then a slow process and an older face on the right, which is growing old and hopefully wise. So these are all resulting copulas. I'll just write resulting up the top there. And just to finish, I want to tell you about the links to the website where you can find a PDF where you can test yourself with answers, and you can also find lists of current and resulting copulas which you may find helpful. That's it. Bye for now.